Hey there, this is the One Boom, and a while back I made a video talking about how I don't trust Treyarch with streaks because their philosophy with kill streaks and score streaks has been shaky at best ever since Black Ops 2. I'm not going to reiterate that entire video, but basically what I did say in it is that Treyarch has sort of had a vendetta against getting streaks and dominating with streaks. And over the years, they've rolled out multiple ideas that just sort of complicate, convolute, or completely negate the purpose of going on streaks. So the one thing I didn't point out in that video that I really should have is that I do have a philosophy when it comes to streaks. This is personal. This isn't objective at all. You can feel free to disagree, but I think streaks should be above the game. So what I mean by that is outside of basic game mechanics like equipping perks or using a certain field upgrade or a specialty or a vest or a basic training, whatever the COD is, whatever it might be, I want streaks to be separate. Back in the original COD 4, getting 3 kills gave you UAV, getting 5 kills gave you an airstrike, and getting 7 kills got you a chopper. We've had perks like Hardline that make it easier or make assists count as kills if you get multiple assists, and that's okay. But what we have in something like Black Ops 6 here, where you are encouraged to stack multiple perks of the same color category in order to get the strategist specialty to get more score, or that there's a perk that gives you more score for melee kills, or more score towards non-lethal streaks, or a perk that gives you 150 score at the start of your life towards your next streak. The Cold War streak system was terrible, going off of a multiplier system and it didn't reset when you died. And there was a cooldown, so even if you were good enough to get a lot of high-end streaks really quickly, the game would lock you out of gaining score towards your streaks. We've had specialist abilities and weapons that are seemingly designed to completely buzzkill somebody off of a gun streak, or to just sort of falsely inflate score with an easy button press in order to get a streak easier. It's been a nightmare. I mean, Modern Warfare 2019 had turning the streaks into score streaks tied to a perk, and had a perk that let you chain streaks together. There's been so much unnecessary complication of these systems, and it's gotta stop. Black Ops 6 provides so many different ways to increase score in very specific ways, whether with melee kills or doing something on an objective, or starting with 150 points off the start, which is pretty normal. That's basically Hardline. But then a perk that increases score directly towards like non-lethal streaks. This needs to go away. There's so many ways you can build into going for streaks when going for a streak shouldn't be something you have to build into. Black Ops 6 has this unnecessary philosophy in 2 different places, requiring you to use an attachment to benefit from headshots, and requiring you to spec into streaks in order to get them in a decent amount of time. Black Ops 6's streaks are cheap, easy to destroy, and way too expensive, requiring you to spec into a certain type of loadout in order to get an optimal amount of score. This feels especially egregious after Modern Warfare 3 already did a ton of streak reworking in its last few updates, adding looping and stacking streaks, then changing the stacking but keeping the looping, and then buffing all of the streaks, their blast radiuses, their health pools, their spawn protection prevention. There's so much good shit that happened to the Modern Warfare 3 streaks in the last few months, and while I do think they should have refined kill stacking on streaks instead of just removing it, I'm still happy that they made the changes they did. EOMM, or skill-based matchmaking, has made it so difficult to go on streaks and tears and dominate lobbies because games are so close now. Games are like 1 KD games more often than not now. So this is the wrong time of year to have your streaks be weak, ineffectual, overly expensive. Outside of that, it's just more fun and more dopamine inducing to have powerful chaining looping streaks. And while Modern Warfare 3 kept looping streaks, and when they got rid of stacking, which very sad again, Black Ops 6 doesn't even have looping. So once you get all your streaks in your life, you have to die in order to earn them again. And there are some times I'm so roided out when I'm playing COD and I just want to dominate and crush people that as soon as I get to that top streak, I'm just gonna jump the hell off the map if I don't feel like I can get a nuke, because I don't want to stay alive. And okay, that's another thing. In these sweaty lobbies, in this very movement-oriented game with skill-based matchmaking, I have to die in order to get another UAV or CUAV. That's gonna make getting a nuke so much fun. Like, the UAV is already expensive as hell, being a mid-tier streak at 600 score, requiring you to spec into a score-based loadout in order to get it quickly. Tell me what would be broken about that looping. It's so weird too, because you can get almost instantaneous UAVs and vision pulses if you have the right combination of like strategist and bankroll, and you play on the objective. You get like 2 kills on a flag while using dispatcher and bankroll, and then you can just get a UAV. So if I spec into it, you don't mind me getting it kind of obnoxiously fast, but you can't just have it be a balanced thing that everybody can reasonably obtain without speccing their entire fucking loadout towards it. Like, is this a way to get people to not use all of your movement and gunfight winning perks in order to make the game less sweaty, because some people will rather call in streaks, so they're gonna spec into that? Is that it? Are you just trying to define the play styles so that not everybody's running around with, you know, dexterity and gung-ho and all of the gunfight focused perks? I'm confused. Why are we doing this? And then the streaks themselves are really just not that powerful. At least not relative to the amount of score they take to earn or the type of loadout I have to make to earn them quicker. At least Black Ops 4 had the cold-blooded perk nerfed by having it reduce the accuracy or increase the amount of time that AI would take to lock onto you. But now this game has a cold-blooded perk that you can just equip mid-life. You don't have to have this loadout made beforehand like you did in Black Ops 4. Mid-life, you can adjust your loadout to have cold-blooded and just hard counter my streaks anyway. And then the highest tier streak, the chopper gunner, just doesn't really hit that well. It's inaccurate, it takes so many shots to actually start killing, it doesn't feel good to use, and the elevation it starts you at sucks on some of these maps. And some of these maps are mostly interior structures, so unless you're gonna let me shoot through ceilings on maps like Rewind, getting a chopper gunner on some of these maps is fucking useless. So why is it so expensive? If you have all of these things pointed against you and everything's so easy to shoot down, then why is it expensive unless you just want to discourage high-level gameplay? The beautiful thing about Call of Duty is that if I go on a tear, I earn something that allows me to, you've guessed it, go on more of a tear. And I've had to make this video like 4 different times now. We're going into Black Ops 6, a game that I fucking adored the beta of, and I have the same issue. The streaks are convoluted and discouraged. These streaks should stack. You only get 25 score per kill with the streaks. They need to be stacking and looping at that point, or be cheaper, or be stronger, do more damage, take more damage. Stop letting people hurt my chopper without using an LMG. You should have to have FMJ on your gun in order to damage a chopper. And it should require an LMG. Like, you should not just be able to run a 60 round XM4 with FMJ and shoot my chopper down that I had to earn. It feels like I was right to not trust Treyarch. Hopefully when the full game comes out, we see all of the score streaks, and hopefully some of the costs are reduced or certain scores are increased on things, then maybe this complaint will be a little less warranted. But it's still going into that territory of, you have so much in this game designed around speccing into streak getting, when going on a streak should be the thing that gives you a reward, not going on the streak with the right loadout. Perks like Hardline or Hardline Pro were always a nice little bonus towards getting your streak. They weren't fucking required. And it's gotta be mentioned again here, Modern Warfare 3 just fucking nailed this. Like, really well. Allowing you to choose between kill streak and score streak, having the mission control gear and vest you can choose between, and the streaks all just got buffed and they loop. So Modern Warfare 3 is just going to do this better, and I have to go play Black Ops 6 and just pretend like this didn't happen? And then in a fast, crazy, frenetic, sweaty game, the nuke cost 30 kills to get instead of 25, which also bums me out. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not just saying this because I just choked a nuke in one of my latest videos. It was really sad, go watch it if you haven't. But with how sweaty COD is, why is the nuke 30 kills? I get that it ends the game, but what's wrong with it being 25 kills? There are so many fucking things that can go wrong in this game. You have no looping score streaks in order to support you on your way to that nuke. Why is it 30 instead of 25? Because you don't want people getting them. You don't want people getting nukes and chopper gunners. You don't want people actually succeeding at your game to a degree that might upset other players. So you either make your cheap, shitty score streaks cheaper to get, or you make them fucking worth getting. And don't encourage me to die after I get my streaks by not letting them loop. This is just fucking Call of Duty 101. And I'm gonna end this video with a very hot take. The worst fucking player you know, the lowest, most dog water player on your friends list is so excited that streaks are de-incentivized again. That ain't me. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please hit some buttons, hit likes, hit subscribes, hit the bell icon to get notified when I go live. We're going to be choking so many nukes, getting so many nukes, I mean, throughout the life cycle of Black Ops 6. We're going to be sweating our ass off, and it's going to be great. I just hope that Treyarch makes that worth it. See you when I see you guys. Goodbye.